Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be taking you through the questions you are likely to be asked during your UK Tier 4 credibility interview. So in this video, I'm going to run you through the questions you are likely to be asked during your interview, as well as giving you tips on how to answer them. So if this sounds like something you are interested in, then stick and stay till the end of this video. And also, I have a whole study abroad playlist on my channel where I have several videos talking about different aspects or different topics on study abroad, which you might want to check out as well. So I'll link it in the description box below, and I'll also put it at the end of this video as an end screen, so you can just click on that and watch the entire playlist. And also, if you are interested in more study abroad videos, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because I'll be coming your way with a lot more study abroad. The Tier 4 visa credibility interview is a video interview, and it's conducted on the same day, that you submit your document at the visa application center. So after you submit your document, the next thing you do is to have your interview. And this interview actually takes at most 30 minutes, because mine took like 20 to 25 minutes. The purpose of the credibility interview is to assess if you are going to the UK genuinely to study, and also to check how fluent you are in English, and also to confirm if you have available funds to survive in the UK. Make sure you do your research before the interview. Make sure you don't ramble. Make sure you give direct answers, like specific answers, and go straight to the point. This will actually prevent you from rambling. Also, you need to be confident. One thing they look out for is your body language. So don't go and sit there and be playing with your hands or be playing with your fingers. And also, when you don't understand any of the questions that you are being asked, instead of taking a wild guess or giving a complete different answer, it is very, very important to actually go along the lines of, can you please repeat yourself, or can you please explain the question? That in itself proves to them that you have the ability to formulate or construct like questions by yourself, which actually proves that you are fluent in English. So do not ramble. If you don't understand any question, just ask them to repeat. Now, let's go straight into the questions. The very first question that you are going to be asked is your name and your date of birth. So they ask you to confirm your name, your date of birth. One of the questions you are likely to be asked is, why have you chosen to study this course? So obviously you should know why you have chosen your said course. But to answer this question, you could actually go along the lines of how having a degree in that particular course would help you progress in your career or go up your career ladder. That's if you are already a working person. If you are not already working, you could actually answer along the lines of how it could help you secure your dream job, or how it would help you make yourself stand out when applying for a job, how it will help you have an upper hand compared to other applicants. So another question that you are likely to be asked is, why have you chosen to study in this university? This question is very, very important. So you need to do like a lot of research about your university. Make sure you know everything you need to know about your university, because that is where you are going to. You are expected to know so much more about it. So there are several approaches to answering this question. I'll take you through all of them. So one of the approaches you could actually use is in relation to your course. So you could actually compare the modules that make up your course in that particular university to the modules that make up the same course in another university. And then based on personal preferences, you could say this would work more for me compared to these modules that this other university is offering. The other approach is to use the whole ranking thingy. Like, there are a whole lot of institutions or companies that do all of these rankings. So you could actually find out the rankings of your university and all of these rankings, and use those ones as points as to why you have chosen your university. Another thing is also using the employability rate of your university. So you could actually research on that and use that as a point. Another approach you can use is let's say standard of living or cost of living in the particular city where your university is located. So in my case, my university is located in Hull, Kingston upon Hull. And when I did my research, according to the Global Student Accommodation Indicator, Hull was the #1 cheapest city in the UK for student accommodation in 2017. So that was like a very good point for me to use. So you can actually also research more about the city and use that as a point why you have chosen to study in that particular university and not other universities in the UK. Another question you are likely to be asked is, what process did you go through to obtain your admission offer? It is very important that you feel like, try to get, even if you are using an agent, try to get involved in the whole process so that you know that this is what is being done, this is what is being done, because they want to make sure that you know what you're about, you know what you are going to the UK for. Obviously, if you are so keen on going there to study, you would have an idea of what you had to go through or the process you had to go through to obtain your offer. So make sure you get involved. Better still, just do it yourself, because the process is very, very simple and straightforward. If you have not seen my video where I spoke about the processes and requirements for studying abroad, it would appear somewhere here. Do well to check it out and know the whole study abroad application process, because it's very simple. So just do it yourself in order to be able to answer questions like this. Another question you are likely to be asked is, what documents did you use to secure your offer? If you filled in the application form by yourself, or if you did the whole application process by yourself, even if it's someone who did it for you, but your genuine intention is to go to the UK to study, they expect you to know all of these. So the answer to this question is very simple. It will be your BEC certificate or your WASI certificate, depending on the level. So if you are going in as an undergrad, it's your BEC certificate. If you are going in as a postgrad, it's your WASI certificate. Your transcript, your certificate from your previous university, that's if it's master's, and a reference letter from a lecturer in your previous university, that's if you are going in for master's, or a reference letter from a teacher in your senior high school, that's if you are going in as an undergrad. Another question you are likely to be asked is what you'll be doing during your break. Bear in mind, never say you are going to be working during your break. Though the student visa allows you to work for like a particular number of hours during term time and all of that, I explained that in one of my videos. It will appear here, just check that out. But then never say you are going to be working during your break. Like, never say you are going to be working when school is not in progress, when you're on vacation. Just say something along the lines of you'll be going sightseeing, you'll be going to explore the city in which your university is located, or you'll be exploring other parts of the UK. Like, never say yeah. So make sure you know specific tourist sites or specific historic places in the city where your university is located. Like, give details, give names. So research about your city or research about other cities you'd want to visit in the UK, and find the names of like historic places or tourist sites in those cities and give like details. Mention the names, let them know that you know. Don't just say I'll go around my city to explore. Give specific names. So if like you're in London, obviously you could say I would want to go to the London Eye, the London Bridge, Buckingham Palace. Like, give details, let them know that you know what you are about. Another question is, where would you be staying and why? Guys, it is very, very important to know where you would be staying. As soon as you get your accommodation booked and sorted out, make sure you start learning your address. Know every detail of your address, including your postcode. Guys. It's very, very important. Make sure you have it at your fingertips, at the back of your mind. Make sure you are able to like recite it just like that. Chew and pour if necessary. Like, it's that deep. Okay, so in terms of why, you could answer along the lines of the proximity of your accommodation to the school, that's to the university campus. In my case, my accommodation was just a walking distance to the school, so it took me just about 5 minutes to get to school. So that was like a perfect answer for me. And also you could answer along the lines of what type of accommodation it is. In my case, it was a student's house and I had 3 other housemates. So I could answer along the lines of, I want to get the opportunity to meet people from other countries, other backgrounds. So staying in the house with people from other parts of the world will give me an opportunity to socialize, make new friends, learn new cultures, learn other languages. Probably, you could say something along those lines. Still on accommodation, another question you are likely to be asked is, how much is your accommodation cost per week? All of the accommodation contracts, they actually let you know how much your accommodation cost per week. So the interviewer expects you to know. Another question is, how would you commute to school? So depending on how far or near your accommodation is from the university campus, find a suitable answer to give them. Whether you are going to be walking to school, whether you are going to be going on a bus, whether you are going to be going on your bicycle, like whether you are going to be going on a taxi, find an answer to give them. But then let your answer be reasonable enough. How much would your transportation to school cost? Though you are not there yet, they expect you to know. Make sure you do your research. Make sure you know how much it will cost you to move from your accommodation to school. Another question is, how long will it take you from your accommodation to your school? So they want to know the distance. That is why in the how do you commute to school question, I said you should be very, very reasonable, because just think of it. If your accommodation is about half an hour away from the school and you say you are going to walk to school, it might not make sense to them. And it might also get them to think that you don't have enough money to take care of yourself or to fend for yourself when you get to the UK. Ideally, they might think that if the journey is like over half an hour, they would expect you to go on a bus. So make sure your answers are reasonable enough and don't give them any reason to doubt. When did you apply to the school? So make sure you keep all of these dates down because they are very, very important. If you are genuinely going to the UK to study, if it's that important to you, then they expect you to know the date you applied to the school. Another one is, when did you obtain your offer? Like, if going to school is that important to you, the date you obtained your offer obviously will be one of your happiest days, so they expect you to know the date. So make sure you keep all of these important dates. Another one concerning dates is also, when did you pay your fees? So make sure you have all of those dates noted down and keep them in mind so that you'll be able to produce them when asked. Another question you are likely to be asked is, who is sponsoring you for your studies in the UK? So you just need to say who is sponsoring your trip. But then kindly note that the answer you give should correspond to the answer you gave on your visa application form. Make sure it corresponds. So kindly make sure you provide the same answer. So if it's your dad, make sure you say your dad. If it's your mom, make sure you say your mom. If it is a relative, make sure you say it. Make sure there's no difference between what you've provided on the form and what you are saying out. So the next couple of questions are related to your sponsor. So with all of these questions, you should also make sure that it corresponds to what you provided on your visa application form. That is like the most. So another one is, how much does your sponsor earn? And then how many dependents does your sponsor have? These are questions that you would have already answered on your visa application form. So just make sure that you provide them with the same answer you have provided on the form. So make sure what you are saying is the same as what you provided on the form, period. Another question you are likely to be asked is your university's address. Like, this is another address you need to have in mind. Like, you need to be able to recite this address when asked. So kindly make sure you know your university's address. Kindly make sure you know every detail of it, including the postcode. Okay guys, so one last question which most students find a bit difficult to answer is how you are going to be assessed on your program. Well, with this question, mostly when you're applying to the school, when you go to like the school's website, when you go through the courses, they let you know how you are going to be assessed. So you might as well want to go back onto your university's website, go onto your course, and then check how you are going to be assessed, because all of this information is actually provided there. So make sure you know all of this and provide it when you're asked. However, in most cases, it's courseworks, exam and dissertations. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope it was helpful and I hope it would help you to prepare for your credibility interview and go in there and smash it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and if you have any more questions or if there's any other thing you want to know, you can drop it in the comment section below and I would answer them. Also, don't forget to check out my other study abroad videos. Thanks so much for watching this video. See you in my next video guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share this video with your friends. Bye.